Welcome. If you found yourself clicking on this podcast, I assume you've gotten fairly deep in your search to find more information about the Stevenson Center for Community Economic Development. Hope in the next few minutes, I can provide you with another perspective about the program. For specifics on my work history or career path, you can more efficiently and effectively look over and receive that information on my LinkedIn profile. Also, you can reach out to the program manager and they can definitely direct you to my alumni status wherever I am. But here I think I'll talk more generally. What you need to know is that my career background was diverse, but always centered around how various actors within society influence different development models. I've worked in developing areas, both domestically as well as abroad, doing direct service. I've also worked in project design, program management, as well as in private sector learning operations to be able to fine-tune my handling of logistics. Having this experience can be transferable skills, but ultimately I was looking at how to leverage all these details on day-to-day operations with more rigorous structure around measuring impact. Each of these organizations that I worked for functioned within different spheres of development and their day-to-day functionality and overall mission. Each had kind of a social mission, which was to decrease poverty through a diverse set of mandates. What I thought was interesting, the intersectionality of the work it taught me about the patterns of societal structure and their importance in the ebbs and flows of organizational success. Coming to Illinois State, the study of sociology for the first time was an opportunity to game a framework of how to look at these structures through understanding of theory. Critical thinking in regards to lived experiences provides an urgency to learning that this applied program, I believe, has one of its biggest strengths. The Stevenson Center offers a diverse curriculum that offers separate qualities in the methods courses. So we took 2 separate semesters on methods, split with quantitative and qualitative. So there's a talk about survey development as well as interview protocols and how to decide how your project suits answering each of your research questions. Both of these taught us how to do qualitative pre-work in terms of literature reviews and developing methodologies that can be read or entered into journals in the future, which is really a stepping stone to understanding statistics and how all those components can come together to make a really polished journal article or a thesis if you choose that route, or when you're out in the field to be able to write these things that end up being policy that have a human impact. So having both those semesters in methods along with the statistical course, I felt really kind of qualified to jump into any of the professional practices that applied the next year because my skill set was so diverse, and we did have a cohort we could rely on who had interest in practical skills they had learned working previously. So you really did feel that you had all the skill sets to do anything that you would like, but there wasn't like an overlap where you felt a vicious competition with one another. So it's a really great environment to be in. For everyone has a development focus, and it's great to be together. My time on campus was impactful due to the people that I met along the way. Bloomington Normal was never a place that quite made my short list of top cities to live. However, quickly learned that my own bias was unfounded. The town itself has infinite amount of charm and plenty of activities for days that you don't find yourself in the library. They have concerts, they have festivals, they have sporting events, and a lot of things just going on in the neighborhood for a diverse range of interests and mindsets. So it's a very exciting place to be in that sense. And there's a great Amtrak Metro just to Chicago. So being from there, I would go home pretty often. So it is a nice environment. Amtrak has great Wi-Fi and things like that. So you are set in entertainment. It's a great place to do some studying and just get away for the weekend. So it is a surprising little gem in central Illinois. But more than that, like I said, it has people that feel genuine and they support you in finding your own success. The flexibility in the coursework allowed each fellow to identify an issue within development that's of interest to them and cultivate an expertise of their own, guiding them through asking questions, how to rigorously challenge themselves academically, to have different thoughts and to be impactful in a practical, real way. This is done really effectively through anticipating oppositions, identifying potential setbacks in the wider context of why everything we do matters. This is a great way for us to have discussion groups for both of our classes. It's just kind of challenging each other in assumptions a lot of us bring. Those bias entering into the community development field can have a large impact on everyday life. So really challenging each other in this space was great in making sure as we go out, we are aware of those more, and hopefully we can be people who are changing that culture of having such a dominant lens and viewpoint to developments, but to expanding that and hopefully creating better programs that have effective solutions for a diverse group of people. This support system is not only cultivated by the faculty and staff, who really are genuinely always there via email, via text. They're willing to support you academically and just getting settled into the town. But also the individuals in your cohort will become a network for you to challenge your own views across time, but also just the great resources in helping moving. Previous cohort members had helped me find my roommates who were in the professional practice year in town. And so that was really great understanding of seeing, what it looked like 6 months after finishing your year on campus, what their job search process looked like, having an intimate view of that. This experience has not only had me gain strong skill sets, that has me poised to looking at a number of challenges in the future, but it's also given me a growing network of people across sectors, not only in academia, but considering policy, health, city planning and development, but also research and analytics. So that has been a positive gain that I feel like I have a more well-versed mindset of moving forward of what it looks like to be in development and to help the systems and societies around us take a shape that is beneficial to the entire population. That's what drew me to the program overall. That and the low financial commitment from graduate students, I felt that made it a program that was tangible for a diverse group of people, which is something that was very appealing to me. For this reason, I encourage you all to look into a partnership with the Stevenson Center in some way. If you're a prospective student, if you feel like your current employer could host a fellow, or just get involved with a volunteer day, or give back to the group in some way with a webinar or skill sets, because it's a group that challenges themselves every day to ensure that they are becoming better in their soft skills and hard skills and understanding groups and working within the community. At our coursework, we work together on certain initiatives, writing grants. In these professional practice years, we've all kind of come to provide assets for the community that we serve in and gain a mutual respect that has us poised to do really exciting things and taking the information we learn on campus, our professional practice, and to grow into individuals who will carry out the mission of the Stevenson Center to do good across diverse communities. It's been a pleasure to tell you about my experience there, and I really do hope that you will all reach out if you're curious in learning more.